Hello friends, in this video lecture we will continue the discussion of ecological succession. As in previous video we discussed how ecological succession occurs. So again ecological succession is a very slow gradual changes which are predictable and this occurring in any naked or bare area. We discussed they may be of two types, primary as well as secondary. Primary occurs in those places where there is never any kind of succession, while secondary occurs on those places which is earlier carrying vegetation, but because of some regions now there is no vegetation. We also discuss if succession occurs in water body, this is known as hydrocele, while if succession occurs in dry places, this known as xerocele. So in NCERT there is discussion about these two like hydrocele and xerocele. So we have to discuss one by one, and there is also a proper trick to memorize both these kind of successions. So first, this is about hydrarch or hydrocele. So what is hydrarch? If succession occurs in water body, this is known as hydrarch, while their sequential stages known as hydrocele. So from water body to climax community development, these whole stages are hydrocele, while the individual stages are known as seral community or seral stages. So what are the stages which occurs during hydrarch or hydrocele? Broadly we may categorize this one into pioneer community, seral community and climax community. So pioneer community is carrying those members which are the first one. Pioneer community is carrying those organisms which grow for the very first time in that naked area. Second, seral community. So these are transitional communities which are getting replaced one by one, and finally this transitional community also getting replaced by climax community. So here we have to discuss one by one. First, under pioneer community, here this is phytoplanktons. So phytoplanktons, they are the first which are growing in any water body that is naked. Phytoplanktons carrying a number of examples like cyanobacteria, that also known as blue-green algae, diatoms, dinoflagellates, unicellular alga, all they are very small in size. These phytoplanktons are very high in their reproductive potential, but their lifespan is very poor. So there will be very quick death of these phytoplanktons, and they causes very quick generation of huge organic matter in that particular naked water body. Second stage is submerged stage. So here in this case there will be growth of rooted submerged plant. These plants also by its own death causes further settlement of organic matter. There is also already settled organic matter which was formed by deposition of dead phytoplanktons. After death of these submerged, there is also more and more humus formation in the bottom of water body. So submerged stage carrying plants like hydrilla and potamogeton. Next one is floating stage. So floating stage carrying those kind of plants which are also rooted and floating in nature. Floating stage appears when water body becomes shallow, and this water body is suitable for the growth of such kind of plants which have rooted floating stage like situation. This kind of plants are like Nymphia and Nelumbo. The next one is reed swamp stage. Here again because of death of these floating stages. So earlier there was death of phytoplanktons, then submerged, then floating stage, and all these causes more and more humus formation, more and more organic enrichment in water body. This all causes formation of shallow water body, and the conditions are now suitable for the growth of amphibious plants. Means the plants which have their roots underwater but most of their parts is outside, that is in air. So this kind of plants are like Typha and Sagittaria. Next is marsh meadow stage, and this stage comes after reed swamp stage. So reed swamp stage plant and earlier first three stages plants, after their death soil becomes highly enriched with humus, and by rapid transpiration as well as after their death there is further more humus formation. The soil will become very shallow, or we can say almost dry. So here at this region now there will be growth of next vegetation, that is known as scrub stage. Scrub stage, also known as woodland stage, that carries trees. Because of the tree which are growing in this region, they causes continuous and rapid transpiration. So till this process there will be conversion of a water body into dry land like situation, and this scrub stage is further getting replaced by climax forest. So in this scrub stage region there will be invasion of new trees, and they are carrying huge height, and finally they maintains equilibrium in that particular area. And the climax community at any place, as we know climax community of place to place is variable, so this is mainly depending on climatic condition. For example, if environmental condition is tropical and moist, then there will be growth of dense rainforest, while if environmental condition or climatic condition is temperate, at that site there will be growth of coniferous or deciduous forest. So ultimately a water body that was earlier naked is converted into highly enriched dense forest. This conversion process may take 1000 or more than 1000 years in that particular area. So here this is about the trick by which we can easily memorize all the steps in a proper sequence about Hydrocere or Hydrarch. So first about the stages, as we discussed: phytoplanktons, submerged stage, floating stage, reed swamp stage, marsh meadow stage, this also known as sedge stage. Next is scrub stage, that is also known as woodland stage, and finally the last, this is climax or forest stage. So trick is given here: pretty starfish feels shy in front of muddy scary cuttlefish. Now here again this is given for each particular stage. Pretty is P for here phytoplanktons, starfish S for submerged stage, feels F for floating stage, shy S for swamp stage, muddy M for marsh stage or meadow stage we can say, scary S for scrub stage, and cuttlefish C for climax stage. So this is about the trick. By this sentence you can easily memorize all the steps of Hydrocere. Now here, out of these total steps, we may broadly categorize this one into three. As phytoplanktons, we know they are pioneer communities of Hydrocere. So here phytoplanktons, this is pioneer community. Climax or forest stage, this is climax community, while rest of all intermediates are forming serial or transitional community. Now the next is Geararch or Xerocere. So what is Geararch? As we discussed, ecological succession occurring in dry area. This is Geararch. Why the sequential steps which occur during this succession is known as Xerocere. So same sequences are here. First lichen stage, second moss stage, third annual grass stage, fourth perennial grass stage, fifth shrub stage, and the last, this is climax forest stage. Now about the trick. So this is large maps collection. Here this is given for each stage 1. Large L for lichens, moss, M for moss, A that is about annual, P that is about perennial, S, this is about shrub stage, and collection C is about climax stage. So large maps collection. By this trick, you can easily memorize all these steps. Lichens are the pioneers which are growing in dry areas, while climax community is here forest, and all these are transitional or intermediate, or we can say cereal communities, which are gradually replaced by the next one. Like lichen is replaced by moss stage, then moss stage replaced by annual grasses, this replaced by perennial, perennial replaced by shrub stage, and finally all the shrubs are getting replaced by climax dense forest. We already discussed climax vegetation of any area is mainly depending on climatic conditions. So this is the climate which will decide for climax forest of any particular area. Again, if environmental conditions are tropical, then there will be development of rainforest, while if environmental conditions are temperate, then there may be development of coniferous or deciduous forest.